Basically, data visualization is a graphical representation of information and data. Okay, by using visual elements like charts, graphs, and maps, data visualization tools provide an accessible way, better way to see and understand trends, outliers, and patterns in the data. Okay. Now, for data visualization class, we are going to cover majorly two libraries, that is your Matplotlib and Seaborn. Now, Matplotlib is more like a, I would say, basic library, okay, but it is one of the strongest libraries out there. First thing. Second thing is that most of the libraries, like Matplotlib is one of the oldest libraries out there, okay, for data visualization. So most of the libraries that we get nowadays, okay, for example, Seaborn is there, okay, or ggplot is there, pyplot is there, okay. So there are multiple types of libraries available. So most of the libraries that we use nowadays are actually a product of Matplotlib only. Okay, basically they are using Matplotlib in the backend. So Seaborn is actually Seaborn again is also a collection like uses Matplotlib and Pandas in the backend. Okay, so Matplotlib is more like a base library that is going to be used a lot of places. Now, class, let's start with Matplotlib. So what we need to do first, we will import. Import what? Matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Okay. So we will import this. Okay, or by habit, what we can do, just make it a habit class as LP. Import pandas as PD. Import these three modules right from the starting, because as a data analyst, most of the cases we will be using them. Let's import all of them class. Now, first of all, what I will do, I will create data. In order to represent, in order to create a graph, I first need to create some data. So what I will do, I will write np.a range class, a range 0 say from 0 till 2 pi. Okay, with a step size of, let's say, suppose if I don't give a step size, so it will create x like this, step size of 1 by default. That is also fine. So I will take y is equal to np.sine of x. It will calculate the sine of all of them, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then that's what it will do. We'll write here fig is equal to plt.figure. So what happens class? Whenever you work on a graph, okay, so what is the general process? Vishal, that is because class install it. You install NumPy, no? So install this also. If install Matplotlib. Okay. Now class plt.figure. So what happens class? Whenever you create a chart or a graph or anything, what you do? First you take an empty graph paper, na? Empty graph paper. Then second thing that you will do is you will plot. Second thing that you will do you will plot axis on that. Then next thing that you will do will you will plot points. Then you will whatever you will join them together, whatever. So this is how we create a graph, right? Same thing you have to do here also. Take equal to plt.figure, what it will do class, it will create an empty figure of this size, 640 cross 480. It will create an empty figure of this size. Then what I will do, I will put axes on x and y axis. Ax is equal to fig dot add underscore axis. Okay, now I will have to mention the coordinates where I want to plot the axis. See, in our case in class, what will happen? I'll show you, just give me a minute. Okay, I will mention here 0, 0, let's say 1.5, 1.5. So if I run this code, you can see class it is creating an empty figure. मैं थोड़ा छोटा बना देता हूँ अभी के लिए, so it is visible to you. 0.7, 0.8, let's say. Let's take it as 1. So 1. Okay, C class. So what exactly is happening here? This 0 and 0, the first two 0 represents that where you want to put your graph, where you want to put your axis with respect to the graph paper, with respect to the figure. Okay, so 0, 0 means origin. That means I will put my axis here on the origin. Next thing class, this particular one, what this one is representing, that ratio of the axis. Oh, this is x-axis, ratio of the x-axis with respect to the figure. When I say 1, so let's suppose if my figure is this long, my x-axis will go 100%. 0.5 means 50% of the figure size in the height. That means from here till here just 0.5. So hence we are getting a graph. Getting this class everyone or not? 1 and 0.5 basically represents the ratio of the axis with respect to the graph paper or figure. 0, 0 is the origin. First PLT dot figure where we have for y-axis, yes. Okay. So PLT dot figure is creating an empty figure, empty graph paper. Then on top of that, we are adding axis. Okay. So 0, 0 means first two zeros. Okay. That means this is x. Yeah. This is x and this is y. Okay, this one is x. Okay. So x coordinate, y coordinate. Okay. So basically x coordinate, y coordinate means where I want to put my axis. Usually we put at 0, 0 only because there is no point of starting at like somewhere else. Okay. Now that is half, Harish. If I put a 1 here, it will give a square. So that might be because of the Achha, that is half of the axis. No, see, understand. What is the size of the figure? Figure size what? What was the size of the figure class? 640 cross 480, right? So 0.5 means half of 480 and 1 means 640. Understood now? If I put 1 here, okay, see, this is now 640 cross 480. Got this class, everyone? Okay. So now we have created the graph. You can control the figure size also. Okay, using there is an argument called as fig size. Fig size is equal to, you can give a tuple, okay, whatever you want to. Suppose 1000 cross 1000. Put it up to you. Okay. See, got that class till here. Okay. Now what we'll do? Once we have made the graph, empty graph paper, we have plotted the axis. We have given the axis. Now I'm going to plot points. How? Ax dot plot will plot the points. Points will come from here, x and y. Okay, x and y, x comma y, x-axis, y-axis. Okay. So C class, it will basically, how many points are there? 7 points are there. It will plot 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will plot 7 points and it will join them together because by default class, this particular plot, okay, makes a line plot by default. It's the line plot. So same thing class, just a minute. Okay. Now class, one thing I can do is, I can write here marker is equal to O. Okay. So you can see it will put a marker here also. Suppose if I put here class dash O, it will throw error. Just a minute. dash o, right, write class double dash o. Please mention on the chat only. And give double dash o. You can see it is giving us dotted line. There are multiple options with us. Okay, you can control the color also if you want to. It's a G. See, double dash means dotted line. O means O marker, this marker that is coming. Okay, G means green color. Okay, or for the color thing, what you can do, you can also control it using the color equal to G. G means green. Now, class one, see one thing. Only 7 data points are there, right? So now we can increase the data points. How? Using dot plot. Na? I plotted the points using dot plot. X, y. So it will take data from X and Y here. Okay, and it will plot them on the axis, on the graph. Okay, now class, here you can see there are only 7 points. So how can I increase the points? By increasing the values here. Right now the step size is 1. So if I decrease the step size, I will get more numbers. Suppose let's say 0.5. So you get C, more numbers. So you can see now the graph is little bit better, smoother, because there are more number of points. Are you getting this class, everyone, till here? Are you getting this, everyone, class till here or not? Okay, we can further smoothen the graph. How? 0.1. If you're not getting, please ask. Okay, so now you can see more number of points. Okay, now the graph is smoother. You can see a lot of points are there. If there are more points, we don't usually put this marker in that case. Marker you can control also from your end if you want to. Suppose let's say instead of O, you can give S. S is for square. Okay, you can give, let's say maybe S hota hai, O hota hai, on OS, OS, OS. There are more also. Wait a sec. T hota hai. There is triangle marker also. I am not get. Triangle is for this cap is there. This cap is there for triangle. Okay. Then star marker is also there. This star you can put, I guess. Asterisk, I guess. No. Yes. Asterisk also you can put. Sure. Let me show you class one thing. See. Suppose this is there. X and Y should be equal in range. Yes, that is important. Obviously, we need coordinates. Na? X and Y are basically giving us coordinates. Okay. Now, suppose class, let's say if I put here 0.2, 0.2. Okay. There is no difference in the graph, right? There is no difference in the graph so far. But suppose class, let's say I put 0, 0 only. Now, just let me check one thing. I will do one thing that is. Getting this class? Okay, on the same graph paper, I am plotting two axes. Try to understand how. See, This is my graph paper. This is my graph paper, right? Initially, I've written what? I've written this. And I've written this. Okay, I've basically plotted two axes. Okay. On the same graph paper, I've plotted two axes. So first we'll start from 0, 0. And it will go till 0.5 of the graph paper, right? Right? That means it will cover distance till approximately half, right? All of you got the first one? Got the first one or not? It is starting from 0, 0. Next, it is starting from 0.5, 0.5. Ab 0.5, 0.5 क्या हुआ? This one is 0.5, 0.5 ना? So next axis class, it will plot from here. And again, see 0.5, 0.5. That means this long, half of the page it will cover. So I'm plotting two separate axes. See this class. First is AX, second is AX1. Whatever name you can give. Okay. So this is the first axis. Second, this one is AX and this one is AX1. Okay. Now here in the AX class, what I am plotting? X and Y. Y is what? Y is basically np dot sine of X, right? And in AX1, I am plotting cos X. Are you getting this class till here or not? Just for representation, Amit. You can do comparison now easily. You can compare the two now. All of you getting till here or not? So let me show you one more thing. 0.4. 0.4. See this thing also, see. There is some gap now. 0.4, 0.4 हो गया ना? So now there is a gap of what? This is ending at 0.4 and this is starting at 0.5. Are you getting this class, everyone? There is a gap between the two of 0.1. Clear? 10% gap is there basically. Understood class or not? Let's continue now. So basically that is there. You can control. Jagdish, once you practice, you will get now. Right now they just started. When you try multiple things, you will get how it is getting the graphs. So that is simply class here. Simple this plot is there. We can control this also. Now suppose let's say I want to make two graphs on the same axis. That also we can do. Two graphs on the same axis. How? Same axis I will take. And here I will write ax dot plot. This is class what? Np dot sine of x, right? Suppose let's say I'm not controlling the color also. Np dot cos of x. That's I'm not controlling this also for now. That is just a separate. You can see we can on the same axis we can plot both of them. Okay. So what will Python do? It will automatically control the this also. Okay. Color. Okay, but you can control the color from your end also. Color is equal to B. That means blue. Color is equal to G. Okay. Now one more thing class that you can do here. You can give label. Label is equal to, let's say this is what this is sine, right? Label is equal to this is cosine. So what I can do ax dot. If I do simply label, it will do nothing. There will be no difference. No. But you have to mention what ax dot legend. So you can see it will give a legend also in the below explaining graphs. Okay, suppose let's say you make some changes here. Let's say this is dash dash. So it will change the legend also accordingly. Got this class till here or not? Okay. Then ax dot plot. लेवल इज दिस ना, ये साइन कोसाइन आ रहा है legend. That you can do. So now one more thing class. Suppose let's say here you want to give title. Okay, so there is set underscore title. Okay, this is sine graph. So you can give sine. This is cosine. Okay, so see it is giving title also sine cosine. You can control what label also x label. X पे क्या दिया है हमने? They have given angle. Okay. Y label is what? See, it is giving trigonometric function here, angle here. Okay, or what you can do, right? Sine. Got that? Got that? Okay. Now suppose class you want to graph, give a date name to the entire graph. PLT dot title. Okay, that is your trigonometric functions. Okay. creative.title is changing it to the second one. You can read. So it won't become the tabs bigger than what will happen. Okay. Yes, Imran. Abhishek, are you asking something? You're not getting what do you mean by we're not getting wave? I'm not, I didn't get. What do you mean by wave? This wave are you asking? You're plotting sine graph, na? See, sine graph looks like this. See, this is how a sine graph looks like.
Yeah. Hi, Harshit. Harshit, actually, the thing is, earlier the first graph which you showed, that graph only I'm getting. I'm not getting this sine graph. I tried with that as the same code which you are trying, right? But I'm not getting that with sine x and sine cos x as well. I'm not getting that graph. I've been asking the same thing from the beginning.
I'm still not able to understand what exactly you're not getting in sine graph. Can you specify?
Sine graph in the sense that can you see this is the wavy structure which we usually get for the sine or cosine graphs, right?
Uh,
Usually when we are doing mathematics as well, we get same kind of a graph. But
uh,
what I'm the first graph if you'll see which came in the beginning for you, the same graph is coming for me every time. I'm not getting this wave one. You did somewhere change and I missed that point, and I've been asking that same question from the beginning.
you're not you're not getting which graph?
This wave one, as you can see, na, this parabolic graph you have.
ये जो that is
हाँ ये कर्व वाला
screen पे
जो
जो दिख
ग्राफ
रहा
है
है.
ना आपका, हाँ ये जो कर्व वाला ग्राफ है ना, जो अर्लियर जो आया था ना 0 1 2 3 6 वाला जो आपका ग्राफ आया था जीरो से फिर वो काइंड ऑफ लीनियर लाइन वाला वही ग्राफ में मिल रहा है। अच्छा ये
उसका स्टेप साइज चेंज किया ना मैंने यहाँ पर.
अच्छा 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 एक ये चीज थी और मैंने सेम चीज और एक चीज ट्राई करी तो जो आपने हाँ ये किया था क्या नाम से दो दो एक साथ प्रिंट किए थे आपने राइट।
हाँ, so here see there are two things that I changed here. Earlier I was using the step size as one. So why see here I was getting graph like this. Okay, so
राइट राइट
I see the problem with this is right now we are getting we have very less number of data points, right? So that is why there are
यस
breaks in the graph. So if I increase the points, how will I increase? If I decrease the step size, right now the step size is one.
यस
If I
यस
decrease the 0.5, so you can see values will increase and hence the graph will become a little bit smoother.
No, no, no. Now my graph is fine. No, no. The only thing, the one more doubt I have, because you tried to print both the cos graph and the sine graph at the same time, at the same plane from 0 0. So it came like this. But for me, it's not coming. I'm trying the same thing.
Are
It's
you following the same code.
Okay, so the access will be same as well for both, right? Okay, got it. This is the issue I was facing. Yes. Actually, that's why I was asking. You were pretty fast, and I was stuck in the previous one. And got it. Now clear. Got it. Now everything. I'm getting everything as you are getting. That's all the things I got it. Only these two things were causing the issue for me. Audible?
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So my doubt is cleared.
Okay.
Uh, Thank
Yeah.
you.
Ah. Okay, everyone clear till here or not? ax.legend is for this thing. Abhishek, do you know what legends are in mathematics also? These are called as legend. This thing is called as legend. You can see normally it is not coming now, but when I write ax.legend separately, then it is showing this. Okay. Here you can see it is showing a sine and cosine. Okay, because I have given label here. So this legend is basically dependent on these labels. Clear class till here? Any doubt? Okay, basically there are a lot of things that you can control in a matplotlib plot. Okay, you can control each and every like aspect of what to plot, where to plot, okay, size, okay, shape, okay. So most of things you can control. So we have seen this sine, cosine, legend. We have seen. As I was talking about set title. Okay, so I hope all of you understood this as well. Okay, so set title is basically something that will come at the top. Okay, X label. Okay, this is set title. This is X label, and this is Y label. Can we use data frame for source data? No, Ranjan. That is the problem with Matplotlib, and that is where your Cbon comes in. Okay, you can use data frame, yes. Okay, in Matplotlib also, but the problem with data frame is that it is not sorted. Right, data might not be sorted in that case. So you will get random graph. Suppose, let's say, I write pd dot read underscore csv, and let's suppose the csv file is nb.csv. Okay, so we have taken this, okay, data frame, and then suppose let's say I'm plotting ax dot plot. Okay, suppose now what data will you plot? You will plot maybe age and salary data, right? Okay, so you will write here df dot age, that will go to x-axis, and df dot salary, that will go to y-axis. df is not defined. Why? So we have taken a. Data frame is a, na? Let's take df only. See, getting this, Ranjan. Okay, because the data is not sorted. Okay, but if you do the same thing in case of Cbon, so what will Cbon do? Cbon, like I told you, it is basically a combination of your Matplotlib and your pandas together. Okay, so both of them are like Cbon is the background of Cbon, both of them are defined. Okay. So what will Cbon do? It will automatically sort the data by itself. If you're doing the same thing in Matplotlib, you have to sort the data yourself and then plot it. Okay, but in case of Cbon, it will do it by itself and then plot it directly, hence making our task easier. Got this class, everyone? I will show you the same thing in Cbon also later on. Clear to here? Exact application of MATLAB. You saw this, na? It is not necessary. Na? It is not necessary that the data will always be present in your data frame format. Na? In real life, data can be anything. For example, sine graph was there. Maybe the data will be like this. Let's say, uh, let's say suppose this, let me take this example only. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay, 0:5. 0:5. 0:5. See, it is going out of, तो इसलिए वो अलग से दिखा रहा है उसको. Getting this class, everyone or not? So we can do data visualization bar charts also. Ah, yes, I'm coming to that also. Okay, I hope class everyone clear till here. Okay. Now let's continue. Any kind of data, if suppose you have a list, you have a dictionary, you have a tuple, so you can directly do it. Okay, if there is a large amount of data, then Cbon is better suited. And again, if there is large amount of data, in that case, you will have data mostly in case of like in Pandas or data frame or series format. So you can directly plot that using Cbon. So this we have seen class. Now let's continue. Okay, next is class. Let's see bar plot. Okay. How? Suppose let's have some data with me. Okay, of maybe some students are there. Let's say, okay, or let's say subjects are there. Okay. Physics, there is maths, physics, chemistry, uh, English and bio. Okay, then there are marks equal to, okay, there is this, there is this, there is this, there is this, there is this. Now what I can do, this part obviously will take. Okay, and then ax.bar directly, ax.bar and this your sub comma marks. See? Ah, yes, Power BI is used for data visualization, right? So what exactly your question, Abhishek? If you're doing Matplotlib or your Cbon, you can automate things, na? In Power BI, how will you automate? Got that? All of you got this class bar plot? Tell me what exactly you're not getting in bar plot. How we can run code continuously for automation using a loop, Ranjit. If you want to display last number like after 80, last number like after 80, are you talking about this, Jayavardhan? Acha, here on the y-axis. Acha, on the y-axis now, if you want to control that, I'm not, I don't remember actually. Wait. These are called as text class actually. Okay, this ये जो आते हैं ना, this 80, 60, 50, 40, 20, these are called as text. Okay. So you can use y text for that. X text is there. Suppose let's say this graph is there. Okay. So you can see first I am controlling here x ticks. We're directly controlling that from our end. Okay. Similarly, class, let's say text ticks. See na ticks, x tick and y tick, y ticks. Ticks, ticks. Now here also, I think it's working bar graph also. Let me try once. Ax dot y ticks. Okay. And p dot a range. Let's say from 0 to, in our case it is from 100 till 100 with the steps as of let's say 10. X object has no attribute y ticks. Okay. And if I directly do it on PLT, then see. Plus you can directly do it on PLT also and see what it will see it will do not some calculation. It will show you calculation also. In order to avoid this calculation, you can simply write PLT dot show. Simply, it will directly show you the graph. So PLT dot y ticks you can use. PLT is what? Matplotlib, your figure. Okay, so you can use that directly to control the y ticks. Clear class, everyone? Javardhan, I hope you got that. Ticks is this thing, Amar. This thing are called as ticks. ये जो आ रहे हैं ना ये this thing are called as ticks. Okay. Abhishek, I hope your code is running now. You're getting some error earlier. Imran, understood? Is there any external tool required? Ranjit, for what? PLT dot, if you don't mention PLT dot show, it will unnecessarily show you all this documentation just for the calculation purpose. First usage, okay, if you don't use this, okay, it will show you all these things. Second thing is that, plus, see, in case of Jupyter Notebook, actually we are working inside the interpreter. So that is why we are able to see your graph directly here only. That is a major benefit of Jupyter Notebook. But suppose let's say you're using some other software, let's say Visual Studio Code or Idle or Atom or maybe some other software. So in that case, it will not show you the graph here only. Rather, what it will do, wherever you will be coding, suppose kuch code kar rahe ho, okay. So what it will do, it will open a separate window in order to show the graph. Okay, in order to show the graph. Now, in order to open that separate window, you need to mention plt.show. In case of Jupyter Notebook, whether you mention it or not, it won't make any difference. But in case of VS Code or let's say Idle or any other software which is directly not working inside the interpreter, in that case, you have to mention plt.show separately, explicitly in order to see the graph on the screen. Are you getting this, class? Clear so far? Okay, in Jupyter Notebook, whether even if you not write it, it will show you the graph. But just to avoid these things, okay, we write plt.show sometimes. In real time work, what they will use for coding? Who is Bear Ranjit? Acha, in the industry, it depends. See, if you're creating some kind of automation, okay, so in that case, Jupyter Notebook is not usually preferred. In that case, VS Code and all those things you can use. Okay, it depends on industry to industry also, person to person also sometimes. Okay, whichever tool you are comfortable in, that is fine. Okay, sometimes companies require that you have to work in a particular tool. Why I'm saying this is the major benefit of Jupyter Notebook is that suppose let's say plus I am doing some analysis. Okay, I let's say this analysis. I fetch this data from somewhere else. I am fetching this data from somewhere else. Okay? So now what I can do is after this graph, okay, I can create some node. Okay, I will say that okay, the student has scored the highest after the analysis. Okay, after whatever analysis I've done, in order to showcase that analysis or my calculations in a better manner, I will create the graph for the client. I hope all of you know, right? The benefit, the usage of data visualization, right? All of you know that. Okay, so data visualization I've done already. Okay, now I will create some report. The student has scored the highest in, let's say, chemistry and English. This is my, let's say, observation. Okay, or this is my observation from this graph. Let's say I will do the same thing for multiple students. Okay, and then I will, based on all of that, I will come to a single conclusion that okay, most of the students have scored highest in chemistry, a single subject, let's say, highest in chemistry. This is my observation. So I will convert this into your note here. And then plus what I will do, I will download the file as PDF and I will directly send this entire report to the client. Got that? Now this feature is available in your Jupyter Notebook. Here you can export a PDF file. Okay, you can convert this into Python format also. If you remember, I told you earlier also this thing. Okay, that you can do, or HTML also, or whatever you can do. But this feature is not available in others. Like for example, your VS Code or Idle or Atom or other software. This feature is not available. So major benefit of Jupyter Notebook is that you can create reports directly out of that. Okay, but if you don't want to create reports, you want to like do some automation. Okay, so in that case, VS Code is better preferred in that case. Clear so far, everyone? Okay. Also, one more thing, someone was asking earlier, Ketcha, it is necessary that you have to take data from data frame only. If data frame is not there, then how will you will? No, Amar, I will explain directly. No VS Code. Okay. So, someone was asking, right, ki how to take data. So you can take data from anywhere, na? See, data can be present in this format also, X and Y. Okay. So it will directly plot them. Clear class, everyone or not? Okay. Bar chart, all of you, I hope you understood. Okay, now bar graph, na, what you can do, class? One thing. This is there. Okay. Now, let it be. Just a minute. While creating the bar graph, you can control the color also. So suppose class, let's say I'm giving here red and blue. Okay, so what will say it will throw error. You have to give a list class. So see, it will alternate between red and blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. If you give a single color, it will take all of them. Red, blue, green, it will alternate. Red, blue, green, red, blue, green. Okay, the red, blue, green, let's say C, Y. C is cyan and Y is yellow. Okay, or you can write the entire color also. Plus, that is not a big deal. You can write the entire color also if you want to. How? Green. Let's say you need black. You need, let's say, magenta. Let's say violet. And then let's say, see, bar size also you can adjust. The bar size you can adjust how. Okay, using width. By default class, it will take width as 0.8. Basically, 0.8 means 80% of the available space. But suppose let's say I write width equal to 1. Okay. So see, it will take 100% of the space. 0.5, 50% of the space. Clear, sir, class? Kunal, I will complete Matplotlib. There are 2, 3 more. Okay, Matplotlib I won't be covering much because most of them I will be covering in Seaborn. Okay, so I will show 2, 3 more only. So this is a bar plot. Okay, then there is a pie chart. Okay, pie chart because we don't need to create figure. Suppose let's say the subjects are there. Obviously, pie chart is circular, na? So we don't need figure for that. So you can simply write plt.py. Plt is matplotlib, plt.py, and then marks. See, so it will automatically divide them into angles automatically. You don't need to do that. Okay, marks. You can do what? Labels is equal to sub. Can you just hold a minute, plus? On to their class, everyone. So labels it is taken from the subject. Sub is basically a list. So you can give legends also if you want to here. Legends equal to sub. I got an unexpected. This is I think legend. No? This happens. Just a minute, plus. Ah. So here in this manner you can give legends also if you want to separately, plus. Actually, one more thing. May you can control the angles also if you want to. And not control the angles, you can mention. There is something called as auto PCT is equal to, in that case, we mentioned modulus. Suppose let's say point F, modulus. Okay. Like this. So point F means like is give you how the percentage distribution. It will do the calculation in the backend. Okay. So if I write here class point to F, that means 2 decimal places after the point. If I simply write point f, that means whole number. 0.1f means single value, precision value basically. This point is representing precision. Simply f will give you complete thing. Got this class till here? Got everyone class till here or not? Hello, am I audible? Is there any guide for Matplotlib? I I don't have any guide for Matplotlib as such, but uh, you can simply Google all these things. Huh? Available graphs in Matplotlib, bar graph, pie chart, box plot, line plot, scatter plot, all these things. Okay. See, you can guide from here also. This thing you can do. Okay, so pie chart I have to cover here, bar plot, this thing. Scatter plot I will be covering in Seaborn. Okay, that is better suited in that case. Any collection will do, Harish. Be it any, but not string, list, tuple, dictionary, or set. Clear for class so far? Okay. Also, if you're talking about the guide, no, so I don't have any like major guide. So there is one more small thing. That is your subplots. That is something that I need to cover, which is actually a function. I'm covering majorly those things in Matplotlib that for which Matplotlib is suited better. Okay. There are some graphs for which Seaborn is much better. Those graphs I will be covering in Seaborn. Okay, subplot is there, class. Now what happens in subplot? You can write fig is equal to plt dot subplots, and you will mention the grid. Let's say 2 by 3. So just a minute. See, so it is creating 6 graphs, 2 by 3, right? 2 rows and 3 columns. One thing do here, plt dot, fig dot tight underscore layout. It will basically arrange them in a fig में नहीं होगा, ये plt में होगा. Now you can see it is basically arranging them in a proper like spacious format. Now each graph has a index value. Rows and columns are there, right? So I can write what? Fig की जगह पे हम एक काम करते हैं, ax लेते हैं. Same thing, not a big deal. I will write ax 0 0 0 0 means the first plot. इस पे काम करते हैं. For now I'm plotting it as 2 by 2 or let it be 2 by 3 only, not a big deal. Dot plot. Okay, suppose let's say I will plot here x and np dot sine of x. Rest all will be same class. Rest all will be same. This is x0 0. Then same thing you can do for x. Let's say x0 1 cos x 0 2 tan x. Figure object is not substitutable. Just a minute, I am making some mistakes in there. अच्छा, ax not will do comma ax see this class. So x क्या था हमारा? x हमने चेंज किया है कहीं पर? Have we changed x में डेटा? अच्छा, sorry. X, I have to take this. See, subplots, see, Abhishek, here it will automatically create the subplot for us, figure for us, sorry. See this, sine, cos, and this is a 10. Okay, rest here empty because we have not given anything to them. Similarly, you can do what? Here, ax 0, 0, dot, let's say you can set underscore, let's say you want to give title to this separately. So you can do what? This is sine. So you can do that also. Okay, suppose let's say class you want to make a bar plot somewhere. Let me show you. Give me a minute. ये तो नहीं था bar plot. Okay. Suppose let's say class in 1 0. 1 0 means what? See, in 1 0 it is creating the bar graph. Getting this everyone or not? So Amar, we use subplots when we want to give, like when we want to represent multiple information about the same data. Suppose let's say we have some data, we have age data, salary data in a single data set, and I want to plot all of them in like together, multiple parameters, but together so that the client can compare them or maybe visualize them all of them together. Getting this class, everyone? It is easier to compare or not? You can do it like this also. Ax ax 1, 1, sorry, ax 1, 1 dot plot p comma np dot power of p square basically, right? So this is p square. Now on the same, I can plot one more cube also. Get in this class, everyone. Normal, like however you plot now, you can do the same thing here. Just you have to mention the grid value, coordinates basically. That's it. Rest all will be same. Clear class so far or not? Which part, Vikas? See, normally class C, try to understand one thing. right from the starting, see, notice one thing. If plotting is happening because of this axis, right? Whatever axis you will mention, it will plot the data on that axis, right? Just here, in this case, on the same graph, on the same figure, I have plotted two axes. One is ax, second is ax1, right? Two axes on the same figure. Now, here in case of subplots, what happens? You take a figure. On that figure, is will लिखा है subplots. If I'm saying 2 by 3, so it will divide the entire figure into 6 plots. Okay. Now, how many axes will be there? One will be present here. One will be present here, right? On every plot, there will be axes, right? So how are we going to differentiate between them? This is 0, 0. कैसे करोगे ये चीज? Row 0, row 1, column 0, column 1, column 2. So this will become 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, and so on. If there are more graphs, then you can accordingly give the number. So if you write class ax02, that means which plot are you referring to? 02 is this graph. Then whatever you want to do, either you want to give a line plot. Plot means simple plot means line plot. So either you want to give line plot or a bar plot, okay, or anything else, scatter plot or histogram or okay. Histogram is there, this is there, line plot is there, scatter plot is there. Mostly we use this only in Matplotlib. Okay, so based on whatever plots are available, whatever plot you want to plot, you can use that again after the dot thing. Okay, now this part of the code class, what it is doing, subplot class basically will give us two things. Subplot, the function subplot returns two values. Okay, first thing it will return, that is a fig. Okay, that is the reference to the figure. Fig is basically reference to the figure that is being plotted. That means ये जो पूरा बनेगा, the entire thing, that is your figure. Then ax will what become class ax? If you see, okay, see, 2 by 3 है ना? It is 2 by 3, right? Let me remove the title from here for now. Or let me simply show you this part only. So see what is ax. So ax is basically an array. Okay, ये देखो, ये जो बन रहा है ना, this thing that is visible to you, this particular thing is figure. Okay, and what is ax class? Ax is an array containing 6 axes because 2 by 3 is there. Got it now? So when you write ax00, you're referring to the first one, ax01, ax02, and so on. It is basically creating a reference for each and every plot. So why do I need fig? Okay, to control the figure size or to control those things which are directly connected to the figure. उसकी height हो गई, उसका width, height or width or size in general. Okay, so all those things you can control by figure. Clear class, everyone?